seems pretty good from
Yeah,
my experiences.
It's full of like accepting people, but there's not like stuff for people in the LGBT community, because there's like a couple posters about, and that's it. There needs to be like more groups or at least education about it.
Only lesson we had, I think, was actually based around hate crime, and that was it, like homophobic hate crime, and it was nothing about like
like sexual education. They only do straight couple stuff. They never do anything else.
Or they just sort of go, there's some gay people. And that's it. That's
all.
all.
Like, gay people exist.
Yeah, and that's it. It was one of those things where I was just trying to ignore it, but I knew it was there. But I was like, I don't really want to think about that right now. I had no idea how people would react at all, and I didn't know if it was an okay thing or a not okay thing, or so I suppressed all that. And
for me, it's because it's like fairly rare for me to like a girl, so I didn't really know it at all. I just thought, oh, it's normal. I like guys, yeah, sure, I'm straight. And then when I learned more, I learned more on the internet from the school, and I saw that stuff on the internet. I was like, oh, that's a thing. I know, that's me, yeah! I think if I was in a relationship with a girl, it would assure me more about my bisexuality, but...
That makes sense, yeah. So when I was younger, everything that I had seen had been all like, oh, it's a weird thing, it's not normal, this is what normal's meant to be, and this is what you are, kind of thing. So I was like, trying to hide it, and I felt really...
You used to be really defensive about it.
I was very defensive, and I was very lost. And
when I first started talking to her, I mentioned something that was just a hint of homosexuality, and you're like, what? No, I'm totally straight. And I'm like, it's okay. You're like, yeah, no, it's okay, but...
I was very, I was just scared. It was a chore most of the time, to be honest, because and other times I just felt really awkward, and other girls like, oh, Hazel, look at this dude, like, what do you think? I'm like,
you did those drawings.
Okay, no, we don't talk about, okay.
And she's like doing these drawings of like, she draws cats a lot, and then she drew this this male cat, and then was writing about, oh, Taylor Swift's Teardrops on My Guitar song. She's like, oh, I totally relate to this song about how this guy I like. I read it now and it's so funny, because I don't think she liked anyone at all. She was just trying to act straight.
Yeah, I had a lot of times where I felt that I needed to.
It's a brilliant drawing too.
It's an awful drawing. It's a fluid thing, like. So like it changes.
I didn't know it was fluid, and I didn't know it could change.
Not many people know about like pansexuality and demisexuality and asexuality.
Some people don't even know that bisexual people exist.
And there's some people that don't realise that you can be homosexual but be biromantic.
Yeah, or like how they're different.
How the romantic spectrum is different than the sexuality spectrum.
Or that there's a bunch of people that don't actually know or never know.
I didn't know half of this until like last year.
If it was taught in school, I would have been less worried about knowing. And I'd be more chill about it.
Yeah, more able to understand that there are these people out there as well who are struggling with it.